Hi. All right, good morning. I just woke up and I wanted to share a few thoughts that I've been having about shame and guilt and how it relates to chronic illness. And for anyone who's been chronically ill, for anyone who has been suffering or has a condition or has been sick for a very, very long time, you know you feel shame and you feel guilt. And these two emotions also cause sickness and illness. So, guilt is obviously something that you feel you've done wrong, right? And shame is something where you feel judged by others for doing that thing. You feel like you're not good enough anymore. You're a bad person, right? So guilt is something that you've done that makes you feel terrible about yourself, about doing it, and you know it was wrong. But shame makes you feel like you are wrong. So guilt is something that you've done is wrong, and shame makes you feel like you are wrong. And so shame is deeper than guilt, right? Guilt is one step above shame. But it's usually shame is where we feel when we're in chronic illness. And I know for myself, a lot of times when you're feeling shame, you something has happened that you don't think should have happened, right? That you wish you could change, that you don't want to change, that you feel helpless to have changed. Guilt, usually you've done it, and so you can make amends, or you can change it, or you can change it in some way or have control over it in some way. Shame is when something's happened to you and you feel like you can't change it, right? You can't apply those lessons and change this. You can't make it better. You can't make it better the way you can make guilt better. You did something wrong, you can apologize. You can change your behavior. You can become a better person. You can do it differently next time. But when you feel shame, it's usually because something was done to you. Something happened that shouldn't have happened. Something where you were actually the victim, or you feel that there's no sense of control over. You can't change, you can't do anything about. And so you're stuck in this feeling shame, deep sense of wrong. And the reason why is something that happened, usually when you're guilty or when you're shameful, is something out of alignment with what you truly feel, your values, your beliefs, about who your sense of self, right? Something has gone on that changed your sense of self for the bad, for the worse. And guilt, you can usually make it better if you can take the control on that, and shame is usually you can't. You can't do anything to change what has happened. And so you walk around in a cloud of feeling not good enough. You feel like everybody knows that you're not good enough. You feel judged and you feel bad. You feel unworthy and you feel like you can never make this right. That's shame. When you feel helpless to control, to ever make it right, to ever get yourself in alignment with who you are, with your values, with what you believe, and usually we want to undo something that can't be undone. And we want to at least apply the lessons to it, and we just can't. It's too big for us. It's too big for us. So okay, so let me ask you, if you're feeling shame and if you're chronically ill, if I said to you, I will wave my magic wand and I can instantly undo what happened in the past and make this better. I can make it all better with my magic wand. Would you allow me to do that? I'm sure everybody out there said, yes, please, make that never have happened, make it go away, make it change, make it all go back to when it was good, right? To before I felt out of alignment with the world, myself, my identity, everything going on. So, great. Yes, we all want that. But if I said now, I'm going to take my magic wand And I'm going to take away all the lessons that terrible thing, all the lessons that has given you over the years, all the insights, the lessons, the, the deep foundational, change in your perspective and in who you are, and everything that you've learned and become because of that. Would you allow me to wave my wand and take all the lessons away? Probably not. Probably not. So there is value, right? There's value in what happened, even though you would take it away in an instant if you could. If all the lessons and everything that you've learned went away with it, maybe you wouldn't. And so you have to get to the point where you've learned so much from it that outweighs wanting to take it away. So when you've learned so much and when you've changed so much and when your perspective has the lessons and the gifts that you've gotten from it have increased so much, it will morph what happened. So that's where we want to get to. We want to work on, we can't just say sorry and make it better. We can't just wish it away, but we can learn from it, grow as a person, gain new insights, new perspectives, new truths. We can see the truth where we never could have before. We can become somebody different with different boundaries, with different ideas, with different things that matter to us. And we can take that and we can share those gifts with the world. And when we do that, we can get out of shame, because now we can hold our head up. Because with guilt, we can make it better. We can hold our head up once again, usually, because we can do something. We can take action. And with shame, we feel helpless. But we can take action with shame. It's just a 2 or 3 step process. First, we have to learn. We have to change. We have to become. We have to sit with. We have to know that what we've gained from this is more valuable, is so valuable that even though it was so horrific to have to go what we went through, the gifts that we've gotten can change our lives for the better, our children's lives, our husband's lives, our friends' lives, and everyone that we know. And then we have to let it. And when we let what we know, the truth that we know, change the world, change somebody we love, change ourselves, then we can let go of the shame. We can hold our head up once again. We can feel valued. We can feel like we matter. We can feel that we're right again, that we're in alignment with what we believe and how we're living and how we feel. And then we can be proud of that change. We can be proud of that. And so we can hold our head up high and we can feel valued and a sense of pride in ourselves, right? So shame is hard, but it doesn't mean shame has to be with us forever. The antidote to getting over shame is to be proud of what we've learned and give our lessons away to the world. So I hope this helps in some small way. And if you're dealing with shame of chronic illness, if you're dealing with that, take all the lessons that you've learned, the person that you now are, the truths that you know, and be proud of those and help somebody else with them. And help yourself as well. And know that now you know something that many people don't know and many people will never know. And it's up to you to do good with those gifts instead of just rehashing the past, wishing it didn't happen. Be grateful that it happened, so now you can give away your truths to the world and you can change what needs to be changed with the truths that you now know. So again, I hope this is helpful. You can let go of shame.